Welcome Channel 63 viewers to BallenIsles Art Expo 2015. I am surrounded by magnificent art. Welcome to the show. Eileen Passaro, tell us about your magnificent artwork here.
Well, I've always admired Fabergé and style of art, the stones and the jewels that he used, and I decided one day, I came across an artist called June Ziminek.
How long ago was this?
I was in my early 20s at the time, and she just created the most beautiful ornaments that are similar to the ones that I do now.
I see.
She was only in business, though, for about the 70s and the 80s, and then she went out of business. I had only done it for about a year or two, and then life got in the way.
What did she create? What did she create sort of as your intro into this experience? Was it?
She had a catalog.
A catalog.
That you would order from a kit, and then you would create it from the kit.
So it came with all of the components.
All of the elements that were needed to make the end result. But what happened was, like I said, life got in the way, and
it does have a way of doing that, right?
I stopped for many, many years, and I only decided 2 years ago, as I was thinking about the holidays, what to give the family, and friends, their gifts. I said, I have the time now, so why not get back into doing this again? And so that's how I got back into it, which I truly enjoy doing.
So now these pieces are not from a kit.
No, because you can't purchase it anymore from her.
I see.
She's out of business. So what I did was, I created them myself. I decided to go and investigate and purchase the materials that I wanted to use, and I just put them together in her style, but with my own little touches along the way.
They're beautiful, and each one is so individual. So just tell me, sort of stage it for me as to how it gets to the final piece.
Well, I first decide on the shape. Then I also use ribbons, braiding, and then I decide on the foil. And the foil I use is it's called Dresden, and it's from Europe. It's imported from Europe.
When you say foil, is that the coloring of the
gold foil? Yes, as you can see on the butterflies on the background. And usually I embellish most of the foil, but on some of them you can see more of the foil. And it takes time and patience, because I have to measure first to make sure that everything is symmetrical and evenly sized. And
well, the detail is magnificent.
That's what I enjoy doing, is the detail work.
How long does it take you to do a piece?
Well, it is labor and intensive and time consuming. It has to be done in stages because of the fact that it has to cure for 24 hours before you can go on to the next stage.
Next stage, I see.
And especially when applying the individual stones, which I use Swarovski crystals on the round stones, I would have to put it aside. I can only go so far. Put it aside.
You were telling me earlier that Fabergé, the artistry of Fabergé really was your inspiration.
Inspiration, definitely.
So many of these look exactly as though they might have been copies. It's so really wonderful. So, supposing someone wanted to purchase one of these and they did not want it to be something that was hanging, what kind of options are there for a piece like this?
It can be put on a stand, and I could create one without the tassel at the bottom, or the chain or the stones. So that's not a problem.
I see. So it could, and then obviously it would be great if it could revolve.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Eileen, tell me, which of these are your top 3 favorites if you had to choose?
Oh my goodness, that is a tough question. I call them all my babies.
Okay.
So they're all my favorites.
They won't hear. Let's not let them hear. But as you look at them, I mean, obviously, each one of them strikes you with an inspiration in a special kind of way.
Yes. And also, depending on what I'm using, inspires me too. For example, some of the cameos I like to do on the eggs. And unfortunately, I'm not able to get the same type of cameo. So a lot of the ones with the elements that I use are just one of a kind. So I would not. I could duplicate it, but maybe perhaps not exactly the same way.
Right.
Yes.
So, okay, I won't dare to choose, but I have to say that obviously your theme can be for a holiday event, or I suppose you could even personalize it if you're giving it as a gift for a specific occasion.
Oh, sure. Absolutely. Matter of fact, the bell that's white and the round one would make, I think, very nice wedding gifts.
Yes.
As well as, I also put mirrors on some.
I see.
Now, I have larger ones with mirrors, and you can insert a picture of a family, which would be very personal.
That would be wonderful, wouldn't it? Be great, yeah.
Exactly.
Super.
So they can be personalized, which is not a problem.
So we talked about the detail and that it is really a labor-intensive kind of experience. But so, on the average, how long do you think it would take, or does it take you to do one of these ornaments?
Well, depending on the time.
Supposing it's one of the larger round ones.
It could take weeks. Only because it's also something I don't do every single day.
Exactly.
And generally what I try to do is have 3 to 4 of them going at the same time.
Oh, really?
So this way I can go so far with one, then I have to hang it to cure, and then I'll go on to the other one with the next stage.
So you almost have your own assembly line.
Exactly.
That's wonderful.
Exactly, because I do like to play golf too.
Good.
So I don't spend all my days at home doing this.
They are truly magnificent, and thank you so much for sharing.
Ross, thank you for having me.
Pleasure. I know you will agree with me that we are very fortunate to be in a community with such magnificent talent. Hope you've enjoyed the show.